Yes, in the last video we have studied how to create more employment. Now in this we will see division of the sectors as organized and the unorganized, and what do you understand by the organized and unorganized. So let us examine another way of classifying activities in the economy. This looks all the way people are employed. What are their condition of works? Are there any rules and regulations that are followed as regards their employment? So till now we have studied the division on the basis of economic productivity. किस हिसाब से हम प्रोडक्शन करें उसके बेसिस पर हमने देखा था. If we are producing natural products, then it comes under the primary sectors, and if we are producing with the help of natural products, then it is called come in the secondary sectors, and the services involved will come in the tertiary sectors. Now in this we will study what kind of work people are doing, and on the basis of that we will divide our economic activity. So what are their condition for work, where are they employed, and what rules and regulation they are following in their work. So these things we are going to see in this topic. So here we have an example. In this we are comparing Kanta and Kamal. Kanta is working in the office. She attended office from 9:30 to 5:30. She gets salary on time. Despite of the salary, she also get the provident fund by the government. She also get the medical allowances, and she doesn't go to the office on the Sunday. That is her paid holiday. And when she joined the work, she has given one an appointment letter that include all the terms and conditions for working in an organization. Now let's see what's with the Kamal. Kamal is the neighbor of the Kanta. He is a daily wage laborer. He works in a grocery shop. He start working from 7:30 in the morning and works till 8 p.m. in the evening. He doesn't get any type of allowances despite of the salary or the wages what he gets. और उसको उस दिन के लिए सैलरी भी नहीं दी जाती जिस दिन वो काम नहीं करता है. जैसे कि कांता में का हमने देखा कि वो संडे को नहीं जाती, लेकिन उस दिन की उसे सैलरी मिलती है. बट कमल डिडंट गेट द सैलरी फॉर द डेज ही डोंट गो फॉर द वर्क, and he doesn't get any type of formal letters when he joined the job, and he don't have any type of job security because उसका जो मालिक है जो वो उसे कभी भी जॉब से निकाल सकता है. So now the question arises that do you see any sort of differences in the conditions of work between Kanta and Kamal? So yes, we can see the differences. Their working styles, their conditions to work are different. सो कांता वर्क्स इन द ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर्स. कांता जहाँ काम करती है उसे हम एक ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर कहते हैं. सो Kanta works in the organized sector. So what is organized sector? So organized sector is a place or an enterprise where the people work with a regular time, and they have their assurance. मतलब उनका एक अपना terms and condition होता है, and people get assured work here. मतलब पीपल को जितना काम है उतना ही करना है, एंड ऑल थिंग्स विल follow the rules and regulations. And these organized sectors are registered with the government, and they follow all the rules and regulations by the government. And there are many rules and regulations such as Factories Act, Minimum Wages Act, Payment of Gratuity Act, Shops and Establishment Act, etc. This is called organized because it has some formal process and procedures. So simply we can say the organized sectors follow the rules, process and procedures. Many of them are आज सच की मतलब ज़रूरी नहीं है कि गवर्नमेंट ने इन्हें रखा हो. दे वो प्राइवेटली इंस्टीट्यूट चला रहे हैं, बट दे हैव रजिस्टर्ड विद द गवर्नमेंट एंड दे आर फॉलोइंग ऑल द रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस बाय द गवर्नमेंट. Workers in the organized sector enjoy security of employment, and they have to work for the fixed durations. मतलब उनके working hours fix होते हैं. And if they work for the extra time, they will get extra money for that. They will get overtime for that, and they will get several other benefits also despite of the salary के अलावा भी उन्हें extra benefits मिलते हैं. So उनका टाइम फिक्स होता है, जैसे 6 hours or 8 hours, and if they work more than that, the company will pay the extra benefits to them. So what are these benefits? So these benefits include paid leaves, provident fund, gratuity, etc. They are supposed to get the medical benefits also under the law. The factory managers has to ensure facilities like drinking water and the safe working environment. When they retire, these workers get the pension as well. सो ये जो वर्किंग एनवायरनमेंट था ये यहाँ पर कांता काम करती थी. सो दिस इज द ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर. नाउ वी let's talk about the sector in which Kamal works. So the sector in which Kamal works known as unorganized sector. Now the question arises, what is unorganized sector? So unorganized sectors can be called as small and scattered units जिन पे गवर्नमेंट का कंट्रोल नहीं होता है, जो गवर्नमेंट के कंट्रोल से बाहर होते हैं. It means they don't follow the rules and regulations by the government. And these jobs are low paid and are not regular. There is no provision for the overtime, for the extra benefit, holiday leave, sickness leave, etc. And the employment in these are not secure. They can be asked to leave any time without any reason. When there is less work, such as during some seasons, some people may be asked for leave. So they are asked to leave without any reason. सो इन दीज जितने दिन वर्कर आएगा काम करेगा उतने दिन के लिए उनको पैसा मिलता है, और जितने दिन वो नहीं आएगा, सपोज इफ वो बीमार है या विथ एनी रीज़न इफ़ दे डोंट कम टू द वर्क, ही विल नॉट बी पेड फॉर दैट. एंड इन दीज मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स डिपेंड ऑन द एम्प्लॉयर. जो काम देता है उस पर ही सारी चीज़ें डिपेंड करती है. मतलब वो किसी भी दिन वर्कर को काम से निकाल सकता है, किसी भी दिन उससे बोल सकता है कि तुम्हारी सैलरी कट जाएगी एक्सेट्रा, just because this is an unorganized sectors and these are not registered with the government, and गवर्नमेंट के पास ऐसा कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं होता कि वो पर्सन वहाँ पर काम कर रहा है. So large number of people are involved in these. They are doing small jobs such as selling on the streets or doing repair work. Similarly, farmers work on their own and hire laborers as and when they require. Now the question arises, how we can protect the workers in the unorganized sectors and how we can protect the rights of the unorganized sectors. हम इसे कैसे सुधार सकते हैं और उनके क्या rights उनको दे सकते हैं ताकि उनकी working conditions में improvement आए. So everyone wants to work in the organized sectors, but the employment opportunities in the organized sectors are not expanding in the ratio as required. So it's common that organized sectors also work in the form of the unorganized sectors. They follow these type of strategies because ताकि उनके tax payment से वो बच जाए, and to refuse to follow laws and to protect the laborers. As a result, large number of people are forced to enter in the unorganized sectors, और उनको लो सैलरी मिलती है. They are often exploited and not even paid the fair wages. So their earnings are low and not regular. Their jobs are also not secure and they didn't even get any एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट्स. मतलब जो ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर्स हैं वो भी कभी कभी अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर्स की तरह से काम करते हैं. मतलब रजिस्टर्ड तो हैं, सारी चीज़ें हैं, लेकिन कुछ वर्कर्स को वो रख लेंगे जो जिनके बारे में गवर्नमेंट को नहीं पता और उनके बारे में वो रजिस्टर्ड नहीं, फिर उनको वो लो सैलरी पे रखेंगे, उनको एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट्स नहीं देंगे, जस्ट बिकॉज दे वॉन्ट टू सेव देम फ्रॉम टैक्स पेइंग एंड ऑल. Since 1990, it can be seen that the people working in the organized sectors are forced to work in the unorganized sectors for the low earnings also. So beside the need for more work, there is a need for production and the supports of the workers. So ज़्यादा employment opportunity create करने के साथ ये भी requirement है कि workers को unorganized sectors में support किया जाए. So now the question arises, who are these vulnerable people who needs production? So when we talk about the rural areas, these are some of the landless agricultural laborers, small and marginal farmers, sharecroppers, and the artisans such as weavers, blacksmith, carpenters, and the goldsmith. Nearly 80% of the rural households in India are small and marginal farmer categories. These farmers needs to be supported through adequate facilities for timely delivery of seeds, agricultural inputs, credit storage facilities and marketing outlets. Means अगर इनको हम support करें कि वो अपना production कर सकें, उन्हें अब time पे सारी चीज़ें मिल सकें, तो ये unorganized sectors में जाएंगे नहीं, जिससे production भी increase होगा and we can save their rights also. So it's the duty of the government to provide them all these facilities so that they can do the production of their own. When we talk about the urban areas, unorganized sectors include the small scale industries, casual workers, trade and transport, etc. And those who work on the street vendors, head-led workers, and the garment markers or the rack pickers, etc. So small scale industries को भी गवर्नमेंट की सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत है ताकि वो रॉ मटेरियल्स खरीद सकें और उनसे अच्छा आउटपुट कर सकें. सो दीज कैजुअल वर्कर्स बोथ इन द रूरल एंड द अर्बन एरियाज need to be protected. We also find that the workers of the scheduled castes and tribes, those who come from the backward communities, they are also involved in the organized sector. So they are exploited also, and they, on the basis of the caste discriminations, social discriminations, and also in the unorganized sector. So there is a need to protect them from the social discriminations also, and the support in the unorganized sectors also, so that they can help in the economic and the social development. So that's all for this video session. We will move to the next topic in the next session. Stay home, be safe, keep learning.